What's up guys, it's Lightspiral here, and today I'm going to be making another Hall of Heroes prediction video for June of 2018. So I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a fire month because last month was water, and the rotation goes fire after water. So the monsters we have here to choose from would be everything from this Orang over here down to the, I don't actually remember her name, Maruna. I guess that's how you pronounce it. The Chakram dancers and the Boomerang warriors down here. So the rules for the Hall of Heroes, as far as I know, is that they can't have a Nat 3 counterpart. So Chloe cannot be in the Hall of Heroes. They can't have already been a Hall of Heroes unless we're talking about the anniversary. The anniversary Hall of Heroes is always repeats, but this is not an anniversary Hall of Heroes, so it shouldn't be a repeat. And it should not be farmable, so Jojo and Akia, is her name Akia? It's not Akia. Yeah, it is Akia. Akia cannot be it, and same with Beretta. And other than that, this isn't a set in stone rule, but it's kind of like an unspoken rule that it can't be any of the super overpowered monsters. So stuff like Verd, and they just had a Verd event anyway, so I don't think people really need Verd, but Verd won't be in it, Hua won't be in it. Lisa and Kamoon probably won't be in it, stuff like that, just because they're too good, and it really wouldn't be great for the game if everyone just got some of these more meta monsters. So with that being said, the first thing I'll mention here is an honorable mention, so someone that I really would not be surprised if they were the Hall of Heroes, but it's not really my official guess. And my whatever you want to call it, honorable mention is what I'm calling it, is this guy, Carrick, the Fire Pirate Captain. I think he's pretty bad. Some people might think he's a little better, but he's really not my favorite. First skill, same as all of the Pirate Captains. If you max it, it will be 100% chance to defense break for 1 turn. Not crazy, especially when you consider stuff like Bella has a 100% chance to 2-turn defense break, so really not great. This second skill is actually kind of interesting. It'll randomly attack enemies and it'll have a chance to stun them, so it can actually be kind of nice sometimes. And then the third skill detonates a bomb, and I think it does a little bit of damage after the bomb or before the bomb. Like, it does a little extra damage, and so it's like having a Sierra that doesn't bomb but detonates only 1 target. So if you have an AoE bomber, but every bomber other than Sierra and Gianna are AoE, but so if you have like Malika or whatever, then you can detonate 1 target, but it does do extra damage, to be fair. So maybe this will make it so your Malika can actually one-shot the enemy instead of just stunning them and doing a significant amount of damage. So he is usable. He's got an attack leader skill for Guild Wars, but he's definitely not good, and I don't see anyone ever maining him or saying that he's one of their favorites, but he could be kind of fun to mess around with in Guild Wars. So it does seem like a Hall of Heroes monster, not really useful, but kind of fun to mess around with in Guild Wars. That does seem to be a pretty popular trend. And also, we just got a really good Hall of Heroes, Miang, so odds of this one being good is not very high. So that's my honorable mention. Now I'll get into my official pick, and my official pick is actually this guy, Duamatoof? I don't know. I think I've actually predicted this guy before, and because he's a perfect Hall of Heroes candidate, he's pretty garbage, but you could find a way to use him in some Guild Wars if you wanted to. First skill is just like all the Horus. He'll do a attack bar decrease with a set chance, and it goes up with skill ups. Second skill, AoE defense buff and anti-crit. So this is actually, I feel like, a kind of an underrated skill, defense buff and anti-crit, but it's nothing insane, right? And then the third skill is, I believe it's like a single target Varad kind of thing. It reduces the attack bar to 0, and it goes up to 100% chance with skill ups, and it stuns the target. So it is really, and it damage increases according to your defense. It's like a single target absolute 0, and I believe it goes down 1 more turn, if I'm correct. So that would mean that Varad can AoE this skill every 4 turns, and this guy can single target the skill every 3 turns. So there's a clear winner over who's better, Varad or Duamatoof. So I'm not going to even try and call him a budget Varad, because he's really not even close. But he could be kind of interesting, mainly because of this skill, although this skill doesn't hurt as well. It's mainly just nice to have a defense buff and anti-crit. You don't see that every day. And it's also interesting because, at least without skill ups, this actually has a second skill, actually has a longer cooldown than third skill, and second skill is probably better than third skill anyways. So that's my prediction for the June 2018 Hall of Heroes, which should be coming out not this weekend, but next weekend. It's always the second weekend of the month that the Hall of Heroes comes out, and the first weekend of the month should be the free rune removal. So I'm assuming rune removal is this weekend, and if rune removal is next weekend, Hall of Heroes will be the weekend after that. Hall of Heroes is always the weekend after rune removal. But I think that's pretty much all I've got for this video, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave that in the comment section. Also, be sure to leave your Hall of Heroes predictions in the comments. That way you can come back when you inevitably get it right and I get it wrong, and you can make fun of me like you guys always do. But that's really all I have for today, though, guys. So may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows.